Hello everyone. Okay, so I guess the light is a bit dim, but then that doesn't stop us from doing the revisions. So we continue with our revisions. That's for additional mathematics, aka ADMA. So today we have a very simple question, and of course it comes from a 2020 ECZ 111, and this question is on simultaneous equations, and it was on question number 2. Right, so our question reads, solve the simultaneous equations. Right, so simultaneous equations 2y is equal to x plus 5, and then x squared plus xy is equal to y. So something that you have to understand is, since we have a squared here, so the possibilities that we are going to have 4 values that we are looking for. Since we have a squared here, so that's why in this question we're supposed to score 5 marks if we answer it correctly. Right, without wasting so much of our time, let's quickly jump into the solutions and see how we can get the correct answer to this one. Okay, so solution. So the first step that we're going to take is naming the equation. So we're going to name the first one as the first equation as equation 1, and then the second equation, just copying it as it is, we're going to name it as our second equation. So that's going to be equation number 2. And then from here, we're going to use what we call substitution method. All right. So by substitution, okay, so for additional mathematics, I love writing statements. So by substitution, okay, so by substitution we make it, let's try to make it y, the subject, right? So y is equal to, if you are meant to make y a subject, you understand that you divide throughout by 2. So we're going to get x plus 5 is equal to 2. And this is what you get. So this is going to be giving you the y value. And then at this stage now you can say replace in 2. So we're going to replace that one in 2. And then after replacing, what do we get? So 2 is x squared plus x. Right, so where there's y, we're going to put what we found here. So we're going to put x plus 5 over 2. Sorry. Okay. Which is equal to negative 1. Alright. Then from here you understand to say you can just distribute. Okay, so you remain with your x squared, then plus x times x, so that's x squared plus 5x, and then these are over 2. Right, is equal to negative 1. Then at this stage, since you have a fraction here, you can just multiply throughout by the same fraction, so that you maintain a proper equation with the fractions. So here, if you multiply, you discover that you're going to get this. Then this one here at this stage, it will just cancel out with a 2. So you remain with what's on top there. And then it multiplies with a 2. So having this equation now, understand to say we have like terms here. So having like terms, you can collect them and then add. So this is going to give us 3x squared plus 5x. And then this 2 can actually come this side, since you understand to say this is going to give us a quadratic equation. Now at this stage, it is key to understand what is the meant by term discriminant. So a discriminant is a method just that is used to test which method or which way we're going to take for us to be able to find the roots or the values of x. Now in most of the cases, for this nature of the exams, most of the questions are already tested, alright? So, questions are already tested. But then, for the sake of knowing, the discriminant is given by b squared minus 4ac. Now, you discover if the discriminant is greater than 0, then you can use the factorization method to be able to find the roots of this. Okay, now if you can see, these are positive values. So, and if you look at b is greater than these two numbers, so that's going to give you 25, then 4 times a, that's giving us 12, 12 times 2, which is 6, 24. So 25 minus 24 gives you a 1. So 1 is greater than 0. So it means that this question is solvable by factorization method. So using factorization method, you understand to say find the product, and that is going to be a 6 because you multiply the coefficient of x squared and the constant. And then you have the sum, which is a 5, and then the factors. So the factors have to meet a certain condition, and the condition is that the product, okay, of the two factors that we are going to have to give us C 6, and then the sum of those factors that we have to select have to give us 5. So in this case, we can have 3 and 2. Okay, since you discovered those are multiples of 6, and when you add them, you get 5. Okay, so that's going to be pretty easy. So with that, we're going to have, then you split this. So you split what's in the middle with the factor that you found, right? So this is going to be 3x plus 2x plus 2, which is equal to 0. Okay? At this stage now, you understand to say you group these two. Okay? So here you find what's common. That's 3x, and then you have x plus 1. Okay? X plus 1. Then this side you have a 2. Then x plus 1, like that, is equal to 0. Now, here just pick one. So what you're going to have is, what you're going to get is now 3x plus 2 in brackets, then x plus 1 in brackets is equal to 0. And then you understand to say the x here is going to give us a negative 2 over 3, or x is equal to negative 1, like that. Now, since we have two values of x, so what do? We have to find as well the two values of y. So I'll be saying when, right, when x is negative 2 over 3, okay, y is equal to, so we have already this equation, which is the easiest equation that we have. So where there is x there, just put this. So plus 5, everything divided by 2, right? So here, this is the same as saying 5 minus the smaller portion, right? Everything divided by 2. And this is going to give us a 3, then here 1, so 3, 15, then minus this one, so 3 into a 3, that's 1, then 2. This is going to give us nothing but 13 over 3. Then, since it's divided by 2, it's the same as multiplying by half. And this is going to give us nothing but, so 13 over 6. And this is your first value of y. Getting the second value of y is very easy. So you say when x is negative 1, and then you're going to say y is just as it is here again, pick it as it is, so put negative 1 there, plus 5 over 2, and then you understand to say this is going to be 4 over 2 and the answer is going to be 2. And now, how do you present your answers? So, you must understand to say, now just to present your answers properly, let's create space here. This is how you present answers now. Okay, just don't leave answers like that. So you say, therefore, x is equal to negative 2 over 3, y is equal to 13 over 6. Or, okay, since we have two sets of values, okay, then x is equal to negative 1, y is equal to 2. And this is what gives you the correct answer. And this is how you'll be able to score those 5 marks. Okay, so if you are liking our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on TikTok as well as on Facebook. And if you need help or tuitions rather, you can just send us a message on this number. Okay, so we'll help you get that distinction that you've always wanted in additional mathematics. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Peace.